Okay guys, so let's jump straight into it. I'm just putting my hair out of my face and then I'm going in with my MAC paint pot in soft ochre to prime my eyelids ready for shadows. Can we just talk about this mug? I picked it up from Target and I saw it and I immediately had to pick it up. So I'm just setting that soft ochre paint pot with some translucent powder. If you try to go straight in with some eyeshadow, it will tend to stick instead of blending out. And then I'm just also going over the top of that with Latest from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. I'm using all the colours from there today. I'm going in with the first colour, Samuel, I don't know, I'm going to be shocking at doing these. And basically I'm using this as a transition shade. I am building it up as the colour that I would like, going in and just making sure that I'm blending in between. The next colour I'm going in with is Soulless, is that right? Yep, Soulless, and I'm just going a little bit deeper into the crease there, and then going through and blending that out. So this is going a little bit lower than the first colour that we just put in, just to give a bit more depth and dimension. Now I'm using a mixture of succumbus and citri. These names are so hard to pronounce. Basically I'm mixing those two and I'm going a little bit lower again. This is right into the depth of the crease and keeping it on that outer corner. I am bringing it in a little bit. I guess I'm creating a semi soft cut crease, and then I just go in with a big fluffy brush. I blend out and then I'll go back in again with the colour and deepen it until I'm happy with how it looks. Now I'm going in with the black in the shade. This is Shax, the easiest name I can pronounce in here. And basically I'm putting that in the very outer corner and ever so slightly blending it into the crease just to add some extra depth to the outer eye. I'm only adding a little bit at a time, as it's easier to go back in and darken than it is if you put too much on and you try to lighten it up. The glitter I'm using is in this Revlon Eye Art Duo in Burnished Bling. It's this pretty gold shade and there is zero fallout, so if it's something that you are looking, if you love using glitter, it's very easy to apply and it goes on either softer if you want it just little bits of glitter, or you can fully pack it on. I'm just going in and doing a winged liner. I did use some gel liner. I was going to do a smoked out liner, but over the glitter it just wasn't blending out how I wanted it to, and I'm just making sure that it's even. For lashes, I didn't want anything that was going to cover the lid, so I just chose these Ardell Demi Wispies. So they are a bit longer, but they still look semi-natural at the same time, and I'm just popping those on as close to the lash line as possible. I'm just going in with a liquid liner and touching up any of the parts of the glue that didn't seem to dry clear, and now I'm just priming my face. So I'm using my Nivea Men Aftershave Balm. Nikki Tutorials raved about this. One of the most used ingredients is glycerin, which will make anything that you put on top stick. Now I'm just using this Skin Doctor's Under Eye Serum. I talked a bit more about this in my Sephora haul, which I'll leave linked below. But basically it gives the appearance of less wrinkles. I don't know the technology in it, but it makes everything smooth out and I love using it. Only when I'm wearing makeup though, I wouldn't do it every day. So here I'm just highlighting my brow bone with some Becca Moonstone, which I've been obsessed with. And now for my current foundation, I'm actually mixing L'Oreal True Match with some of the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. I've been blending it in with a Zoeva brush that I recently purchased at Sephora, and then I just use my Damp Beauty blender to take off any excess. I find that this gives a really nice finish, and it also makes my makeup last longer as it's more settled into my skin rather than sitting on top. For concealer, I'm just using my Maybelline Age Rewind. I think it's in the lightest shade that it comes in. So I'm just doing my under eyes, and then of course, well, attempting to highlight, but I'm pretty pale so it doesn't really make a huge difference. I am investing in some new lighting because I do look a tiny bit darker, but it's just not showing up. So here I'm just using some Savvy Loose Translucent Powder just to bake my under eyes, something that I've been trying out to help prevent the creasing. I do want to purchase Laura Mercier though, because I've heard it's amazing. And then to set my face and give myself the slightest bit more colour, I'm using my Australis, I think it's Fresh and Flawless powder. I'm not sure, I don't have it with me. So I'm using that, and I think that's in the natural shade, so it's not too light and it's not too dark, and I'm just setting my face with that. Here I'm just going back in with the dark brown and a little bit of the black from the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and just using this on my eyes up into about the 3/4 mark because I don't want to completely close my eyes in, and then using the lighter brown that we put in the crease just to blend it out with a pencil brush. I decided that I wanted an inner corner highlight, so I'm using Becca Moonstone. I'm also taking it in that gap in the under eye. I'm just quickly spritzing just to settle some of the powder, and then I'm going in and contouring. I am using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. I'm using the lightest of the 3 bottom shades and just popping that where I would usually contour using my NARS Eater brush. And today I decided I thought I might bake, considering it is a Christmas. So I'm just using the Savvy powder, which actually works really good for this. I would find it a good dupe for the Face of Australia one actually, because my local price line's out, so I thought I would give this a go. I do look a bit crazy here. It looks better once obviously it looks really dark here, but once I take the powder off, it all blends in together. And then I am also contouring my nose just the tiniest bit, and then just taking away that powder so it doesn't sit there too much longer, which gives a nice sharper contour. I usually do blush and highlight, but I've been watching Nikki tutorials and she puts her highlight on and then she puts her blush in the middle, so I thought I would give that a go. So I'm using my Becca Moonstone as I've used almost everywhere, and I love it. It's so good for fair skin. So I'm just using that on the highest points, and then for my blush I'm using Prim, which is from the Tarte Bling On palette. I think this might be just a holiday one. It is totally worth the money. You get 5 blushes, they look good separate or mixed together. And then I'm just highlighting the tip and a little bit of the bridge of the nose as well, just to slim it down a bit. For lips, I'm using the liquid lipstick from Australis in Budapest, I think that's how you pronounce it. So basically I'm layering it up so it is the darkness that I want. I obviously laid it while it was all wet, because I find sometimes with these that if you put too much on, like you let it dry and you put another one on, it can crumble away. But yes, I'm just putting that on, no lip liner, just obviously taking my time with the applicator, and I find these ones don't really bleed, which is awesome. So basically I just did that, and then I popped my e.l.f. setting spray on, and that was everything. If you wish to follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I'll put my names below as well. And that was everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.